Hello everyone. Welcome to this hilarious story. A train's arriving, so she jumps off the platform instantly, finding a man unconscious with a head injury as the train approaches. She didn't hesitate, wrapped him, rolled like a superhero, and saved him at the last moment. Seeing that the man wasn't waking up, she kindly took him to the hospital. After checking, the doctor told Annie that the man was stable but with a head injury. When he wakes up is still a mystery. Soon, the man's relatives arrived, initially unaware of the extra stranger. Until the crowd started peppering the doctor with questions about what happened, Annie hadn't had a chance to explain who she was, and someone mistook her for the man's girlfriend. She was about to deny it when the oldest lady almost fainted from the excitement that her grandson found a partner. If the grandma was this excited about her grandson finding a mate, imagine her heart attack if she knew it was all a misunderstanding. To protect her health, she decided to reluctantly accept this role. That evening, Annie returned to explain her identity to the family, since the grandma might have left by now. But when she walked into the ward, she found the man's relatives were missing, probably off in the bathroom. While waiting, she decided to apologize to the man in advance. She mentioned that her impersonation was a matter of necessity, and just then, his grandfather burst in from the bathroom and overheard. He didn't interrupt immediately, but decided to pay her a visit the next day. Upon meeting, the old man asked Annie to keep pretending to be the man's girlfriend until he woke up. He was worried that his heart couldn't take the disappointment. After much persuasion from the old man, Annie begrudgingly agreed to this seemingly absurd request. Her agreement wasn't just out of pity. More importantly, she had known Peter before. As a train station ticket seller, Annie saw Peter almost every Sunday as he passed by her booth. His tall and handsome figure had Annie completely smitten, though she was too shy to admit it. Fate had given her this rescue opportunity, but little did she know that her true soulmate was someone else. The next day, invited to a family gathering, Annie hadn't felt family warmth for ages due to her parents' early passing. They treated her like one of their own, even preparing gifts to welcome her. Thanks to Grandpa's efforts, they all believed Annie was Peter's girlfriend except for one person, Peter's brother. After a night of making do, Annie was about to return home when Jack called her from behind. Faced with Jack's scrutinizing gaze, Annie broke out in a nervous sweat, her heart pounding with anxiety. Thankfully, Jack didn't dig deeper, allowing Annie to escape this close call. Jack, knowing all about Peter, understood that Annie wasn't his brother's type. To get to the bottom of things, he headed to Anna's apartment complex. None aimed dating her, Jack intended to confirm Anna's address but unexpectedly dropped the bombshell. Meanwhile, Annie was rummaging through Peter's belongings and stumbled upon a can of cat food, feeling something was off. She grabbed the key from Peter's stuff and rushed to his luxurious apartment downtown faster than a pizza delivery. Coincidentally, Jack, who was trying to find clues at the brother's place, ended up here too. Annie. What are you doing here, actually? I'm so sorry, Annie thought, as she realized how awkward this was. Hey, here's some ice. Sorry, didn't expect anyone. How'd you get in? Oh, the key. You come here often? You know, just feeding the cats, but Peter doesn't have a cat. Just then, a kitten Peter had recently adopted popped its head out, making Jack raise an eyebrow in suspicion. Next, an odd thing happened. He got a call from the hospital saying Peter needed a relative to come donate blood. They asked Annie to notify his family, but conveniently, one was right beside her. What exactly do you need? I think we should go to your car. No, let's go to Peter's car. Okay, you know where it is, right? Oh yeah. Of course. Clearly, he didn't know which car was Peter's, and during the blood donation, Jack had 100 questions. I barely managed to respond, and finally made an excuse to flee, confirming Jack's suspicions. She wasn't his brother's partner. After donating blood, they went to the ward where all relatives had gathered. Jack decided to publicly reveal Anna's identity. I mentioned the guy claiming to be on a date with Annie this morning, Joe Deldel. Yep, Joe Deldel. He said you two were very close. He even said he created the aluminum foil and was a dreamer. It turned out he was just Anna's admirer, and they never had any real intimacy. So much for the date. After hearing all this, the people in the room were still a bit suspicious of Annie. Finally, the grandmother spoke up, urging her to share something to prove her identity. Seeing their expectant gazes, Annie hesitated and eventually blurted out a secret. Peter has a unique physical condition. That's today's story. Like it? Thumb up, share, and subscribe.